we are going to learn about stars in the solar system. So, I'll start off with a story. As you all know the characters Paheli and Boju. Once what happened? Paheli and Boju went to their grandparents' house. So, they went to their grandparents' house. During night, when they went to terrace, they could see the clear sky and they could see some twinkling stars. So, when they went to the stairs, they could see some stars, clear sky and twinkling stars. So then they asked their grandparents that why they are able to see the stars so clearly when they used to see this sky in their home, when they used to see the sky when they used to stay at home, it was not so clear. Why is it so? So then Paheli's and Boju's grandfather told them that in cities, in bigger cities, the atmosphere is covered by a lot of smoke and dust. Whereas in villages, the sky is very clear. The atmosphere is clearer than the cities. So, they can see the clear sky and they can see the twinkling stars. Okay. Now, we shall start off this chapter with a story. As you are aware about the characters Paheli and Boju. The Paheli and Boju went to their village during their summer holidays. They went to their village, to their grandpa's house. They had their lunch and at the night they went to their stays. So when they went up to the terrace, they could see the twinkling stars and they saw that and they were fascinated to see those twinkling stars. And they asked their grandparents that why we are unable to see such a clear sky and the twinkling stars in their house. That Paheli and Boju used to stay in the city, whereas now they have come to village. So they are asking their grandparents that why they are able to see the clear sky and the twinkling stars, and that too they could see so many twinkling stars. So they questioned their grandpa. So her grandpa told them that the sky in the village is clear because there is no dust and no smoke in the atmosphere. Whereas in the bigger cities, the atmosphere is polluted because of overuse of vehicles, factories and so many things. So in the bigger cities, the sky will not be so clear and you could not see the twinkling star because the atmosphere is full of smoke and dust. Whereas in villages, it is clear because it is not so much polluted. Right? Yes. So they can see the twinkling stars and the clear sky in the village. Then what are these stars, planets? What are they called as? As a whole, what are they called as? Yes, they are called as celestial bodies. So they are called as celestial bodies. So the moon, the planets, the stars, and some heavenly bodies and other heavenly bodies are called as celestial bodies. So the heavenly objects in the solar systems like moon, the planets, the stars as a whole they are called as celestial bodies. So what are terrestrial bodies then? What are terrestrial bodies? Yes. Like we human beings, animals are considered as the terrestrial bodies. Animals, humans, human beings are considered as terrestrial bodies. One who lives on the land are considered as terrestrial bodies. The one who lives on the earth or land are called as terrestrial bodies. celestial bodies and their phenomena is called as, yes, astronomy. Astronomy is nothing but study of these celestial bodies like moons, planets, stars. The study of these moon, planets, stars and their phenomena are called as celestial bodies. So what are phenomena? What do you mean by phenomena? Yes, events. Yes. So astronomy is the study of celestial bodies Astronomy is the study of celestial bodies and their phenomena. The study of celestial bodies and the events related to this moon, planets, stars are nothing but the astronomy. We call it as astronomy. So now in our solar system you can see many planets and you can also see some stars, you can see some meteoroids, you can see many heavenly bodies, right? So first we shall learn about moon. First we shall see about moon. So moon is called as our natural satellite. Why moon is called as natural satellite? Yes, because moon revolves around the earth. Moon is called as natural satellite because moon revolves around the earth. We know that earth rotates, earth spins on its own axis and it also revolves around the sun. Earth rotates and it also revolves around the sun. And you can also see that moon also revolves the earth. Moon also revolves the earth, but moon revolves in anti-clockwise direction. Moon revolves the earth in anti-clockwise direction. And moon also rotates, it also spins in its own axis, on its own axis, and it also revolves around the earth. It also spins on its own axis, or in other words, it rotates on its own axis and it also revolves around the earth. So now we shall learn more about this moon. So I told you, moon is a natural satellite. Why it is called as natural satellite? Because it is revolving continuously around the earth. So it is considered as natural satellite. So first point is moon is called natural satellite. Moon is considered as natural satellite because it revolves around the earth. The mass of the moon is less than the earth. The mass of this moon is 1/16 of the mass of the earth. It is very less. Mass of the moon is 1/16 of Earth's mass. And the gravitational force exerted by the moon is less when compared to the gravitation exerted by the earth. The gravitational force exerted by the moon is very less when compared to the gravitation of the earth. So what is gravitation, children? Yes, it is nothing but the attraction between the force of attraction between the object is called as gravitation. As I told you, the gravitational force of moon is comparatively very less than the Earth's gravity. So, the gravitation of moon is comparatively very less than Earth's gravity. So, the gravitational force exerted by the moon is comparatively less than the Earth's gravity. Comparatively less than the Earth's gravity. Do you think the surface of the moon is very smooth? No. The surface of the moon is not so smooth, but it has some highs and lows. It has some valleys and peaks. The surface of the moon is not so smooth. It has some, yes, valleys and peaks. The surface of the moon has some peaks and valleys. And you can also find some mountains on the surface of the moon. I'll show you one video. Later you will be seeing one video. The surface of the moon has some peaks and valleys, and also you can find some mountains on the surface of the moon. It is not so smooth. It has some valleys and it has some peaks. So it has some valleys, it has some peaks. The surface is not so smooth. Do you think the moon changes its shape often? Have you observed that the shape of the moon is varying day to day? Have you observed that? Yes, you may have observed that. Day to day you can observe the change in shape of the moon. That is called as phases of moon. So next we shall see what are the phases of moon. Phases of moon is nothing but the bright part of the moon which we can see from the earth is called as phases of the moon. The bright part of the moon which can be seen from the earth's surface is known as phases of moon. Now we shall see some phases of moon. Now we shall find out why does the moon changes its shape more often. Now we shall find out what is the reason behind that. Do you think that moon is a luminous body? Good. Moon is a non-luminous body. Moon does not have its own light. It is the light which you can see is the reflection of sunlight. So moon is a non-luminous body. It does not have its own light. So due to the position of the sun, earth and moon, we can see the different shapes of moon. So now we shall see which are those different shapes. and that day, that moon is called as new moon. Some days you can't see the moon and that moon is called as new moon. The moon won't go anywhere, it will be there itself, but due to the position of sun, earth and the moon, you are unable to see the moon because it will not get enough light from the sun in order to shine. So, you are unable to see the moon on some days and that moon is called as new moon. So, first is new moon. You can't see the moon. So this is new moon. Next you can see some part of moon. It will be in a banana shape. Sometimes you can see some part of moon that is called as crescent moon. It is called as crescent moon. It is called as crescent moon. Next, after few days, you can see the quarter moon. You can find only the quarter part of the moon. The shaded part is invisible. The part which is not shaded is visible. First quarter moon. Where you can see the quarter moon. This part you can see from the earth's surface. So this moon is called as quarter moon. Next you can see the 3/4 moon. You can see the 3/4 moon. So this moon is called as gibbous. This moon is called as gibbous moon. Next, after few days, you can observe, yes, you can observe full moon day. You can see it is fully bright. So, it is called as full moon day. In order to see next full moon day, it takes 27 days, around 27 days or 29 days. So, in order to see the next full moon day for the next time, it takes 29 days, around 27 to 29 days to see the next full moon. So next you can observe the crescent moon. But here this part is visible. Now what happens? The opposite side of the moon is visible. So it is called as crescent moon. Here also it is banana shape, but you can find this position of the moon in opposite direction. The shining part is in opposite direction. First this part was visible. Now this part is visible. So it is also called as crescent moon. Next again you can find quarter moon, but it will be in opposite direction. So it is called as quarter moon. Next we have gibbous. Again we have gibbous, but it will be in opposite direction. Next again you can see new moon. So in order to see the next new moon day, it takes 15 days. So first is new moon day. It is fully dark, you are unable to see the moon, that is full moon day. The only some part of the moon can be seen, that is in the shape of banana, that is called as crescent moon. Next is Yes, 27 days or 29 days. Next you can see the crescent moon. But this time the position of the bright part is opposite. Now this time the position of the bright part is opposite. See here, first it was, this side was bright. Now this part of the moon is bright. So this is also a crescent moon. Next you can find the quarter moon. So here this part was visible, this part was not visible. Now this part is visible, whereas this part is not visible. So the position is opposite one. So this is quarter moon. Again you can find gibbous. Again you can find a gibbous moon. Then you will see a new moon. So these are phases of moon. What is phase of moon? The bright part of the moon which is visible from the earth's surface is called as phases of moon. So you can see new moon, crescent moon, first quarter moon, gibbous, full moon day, then crescent, then quarter moon, then gibbous moon, then new moon day. In order to see the next, full moon day, it takes around 27 days to 29 days to see next full moon. It takes around 27 days or 29 days. And seeing these phases of moon, we have came to know that we have decided few festivals. We celebrate festival based on these phases of moon. Festivals are celebrated according to the phases of moon. According to the phases of moon. Like we celebrate Buddha Purnima, we celebrate Eid, everything, many festivals are celebrated according to the phases of moon. So to see the next moon day, the next full moon, it takes 27 days or 29 days. And this is considered as 1 month. This is considered as 1 month. So this is about moon. So moon is an artificial satellite because it is revolving and rotating around the earth, and the mass of the moon is comparatively very less than the mass of the earth. Then we saw that the gravitational force exerted by the moon is very less when compared to the earth's gravity. And also you saw that moon is having many highs and lows. It is not a smooth surface. And one more thing, moon does not have atmosphere. It does not have atmosphere. There is no atmosphere on moon. So can you hear sound there on the moon? No, because there is no atmosphere. We are unable to hear sound on the moon. We can't hear sound of the moon. So we know that sound requires a medium to propagate. Here there is no medium. On moon it does not have any atmosphere. So sound cannot travel on the moon. This is about moon and phases of moon. So enough for today children. So in the next class we shall learn more about